A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a landmark ruling on Friday, a federal judge has put a temporary stop to the Trump administration's controversial immigration raids in Los Angeles, a move that has sparked widespread debate across the nation. U.S. District Judge Maame Ewusi-Me issued a temporary restraining order, TRO, preventing federal agents from conducting immigration arrests based solely on race, location, language, or type of work. This decision comes in response to a lawsuit filed by detainees, immigration rights organizations, and the United Farm Workers, who allege that the administration's actions violate constitutional protections against unreasonable searches and seizures. The judge's ruling is particularly significant as it highlights the ongoing tensions surrounding immigration enforcement in the United States. The Trump administration has ramped up its efforts for mass deportations, targeting areas like Los Angeles, which has a large immigrant population. The raids, which have been captured on smartphones and news cameras, have seen masked agents storming various locations, car washes, bus stops, and restaurants, arresting individuals suspected of being undocumented immigrants. In her ruling, Judge Frimpong emphasized the importance of due process, stating, "There are really two questions in controversy that this court must decide today. First, are the individuals and organizations who brought this lawsuit likely to succeed in proving that the federal government is indeed conducting roving patrols without reasonable suspicion and denying access to lawyers? This court decides, based on all the evidence presented, that they are." She further noted that the plaintiff's request for the court to order the federal government to cease these practices is both modest and justified. Governor Gavin Newsom of California expressed his approval of the ruling, taking to social media to state, "Justice prevailed today." The court's decision puts a temporary stop to federal immigration officials violating people's rights and racial profiling. California stands with the law and the Constitution, and I call on the Trump administration to do the same. This sentiment reflects a broader pushback against the administration's immigration policies, particularly in states with large immigrant communities. On the other hand, U.S. Attorney Bill Asalee defended the actions of federal agents, asserting that they have never detained individuals without proper legal justification. He stated, "Our federal agents will continue to enforce the law and abide by the U.S. Constitution." This assertion, however, has been met with skepticism by civil rights advocates who argue that the enforcement tactics employed by ICE and other agencies often rely heavily on racial profiling. The judge's order makes it clear that immigration enforcement cannot rely solely on a person's race or ethnicity, their language, or their presence at a certain location. This ruling is expected to have significant implications for how federal agents conduct immigration enforcement in the future. The plaintiffs highlighted the aggressive tactics used during the raids, which they argue are not only unconstitutional but also inhumane, citing instances where individuals were treated violently and denied basic necessities while in custody. As the legal battle continues, the temporary restraining order remains in effect for the next 10 days while attorneys work to secure a preliminary injunction. This case is emblematic of the larger national conversation regarding immigration policy, civil rights, and the balance of power between state and federal authorities. The outcome may set a precedent for future immigration enforcement actions, particularly in states that have openly resisted the federal government's approach to immigration. In conclusion, the ruling by Judge Frimpong serves as a critical reminder of the ongoing struggles for justice and equity in the face of aggressive immigration policies. As the legal proceedings unfold, the implications of this case will likely resonate far beyond the borders of Los Angeles, impacting communities across the nation that are grappling with similar issues. The fight for immigrant rights continues, and advocates remain hopeful that this ruling marks a turning point in the ongoing battle against racial profiling and unjust immigration enforcement practices. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.